How is everybody doing today? We've got another match between Zweifox and Burrboy today, both undefeated players in the Chef Goon Sword and Shield Draft League. We've got Zweifox bringing Rotom-Heat, Piloswine, Hydreigon, Aegislash, Corviknight, and Dugtrio, while Burrboy is bringing the same team that he's been running with as Clefable, Galarian Corsola, Gyarados, Cinderace, Colossal, and Appleton. We see Zweifox lead off with the Rotom-Heat as Burrboy leads with the Galarian Corsola. See, Zweifox has the very interesting tech of the Trick, so that's going to remove the Galarian Corsola's Eviolite and give it a Scarf, so not really going to be able to do much. Scarf on that is not going to be able to outspeed anything really, and it's going to be locked into using one move, so it's not going to be able to really provide anything for the rest of this game. So great first turn for Zweifox. See, Burrboy would draw the Galarian Corsola and bring in Clefable. Zweifox can get some great momentum here. Gets the Thunder Wave off on the Clefable, which is great because the Magic Guard prevents you from taking damage from burns or toxics, anything like that. So Paralyze is really the best status that he could get here. Goes for the fast Volt Switch, so he kind of gets to choose what he expects to take a Moonblast. So he's going to go into his Piloswine. Guessing he's going to want to set up the Stealth Rocks of his own. Galarian Corsola did bring it in, so alright, Flamethrower. Even though it does claim super effective, Piloswine does have the Thick Fat, so negates that weakness, makes it neutral. Alright, do see Zweifox bringing up the Stealth Rocks of his own. I'm guessing that Burrboy is going to have to go for a Moonblast here. It's going to be doing more damage than Flamethrower would. Leftovers on Clefable, so he's not going for the more offensive Life Orb. Alright, now Zweifox doesn't really need the Piloswine anymore, best to just get off some more damage as it can. Ice Cold Crush does a huge chunk to that Clefable, critical hit there. Still going for Flamethrower. I guess Burrboy might have seen the super effective and thought that it actually mattered. But it would be very surprising to see a Piloswine without the Thick Fat. I believe this is an option, but I think Thick Fat is what majority of the time Zweifox would be looking into bringing. Galarian Corsola comes out here. Goes for an Icicle Crash. Now for what it could do, I guess just a Nightshade just to get off some damage. Strength Sap's not really going to be that big of a deal. Zweifox's team not really weak to that either, especially if it's a Mirror Coat on the Corviknight. Rotom comes in, gets to scout what the Galarian Corsola is going to go to. See Strength Sap. So Galarian Corsola will heal back up to full, despite Rotom-Heat even having a fairly low attack stat of its own. But now Zweifox actually gets some pretty nice momentum if he wants to go for the Volt Switch here. Burrboy does not have a ground type, so not going to be able to block that. Corsola probably shouldn't just go for the Strength Zap again. If he does stay in, then Zweifox knew exactly what he was going for. Fable comes out here. Volt Switch might just knock it out. And it does. So even though he does get the Volt Switch, it will give Burrboy a little bit of momentum. See Zweifox bring in the Hydreigon. Burrboy does not have the knowledge of what this Hydreigon is. It could be Scarf, it could be a sub Nasty Plot. Oh, well, I guess we do see the leftovers to start off, so that kind of tells Burrboy exactly what he's working with. Now to really do damage to this, he does have the Cinderace. Take a lot of damage, so we know it's not a heavy duty boots, so it's more than likely Choice Scarf, Choice Band, Life Orb, one of those items. Zweifox goes for the Protect there, just to scout to see what the Cinderace is going to go for. He's going to fire off a Nasty Plot. Wow. So U-turn. I think it is pretty clear here that the Cinderace is Scarfed. He wasn't really fearing the Hydreigon outspeeding him. Well, we did see the leftovers already, so not really a concern. Did a big chunk to the Hydreigon, although it is weak to the bug attack. I'd take, I guess, probably a Choice Band Cinderace. Leftover's gonna heal Hydreigon, hopefully out of range of another U-turn. +2 Dark Pulse, definitely gonna knock out the Corsola without Eviolite. More than likely physically defensive anyway. And Leftover's really pressuring Burrboy. You gotta do something to deal with the Hydreigon, you can't just sit there. Oh, he probably needs to bring in Cinderace here. Brings in Colossal. There's a big chunk of health. 1/4 already down. The Dragon's gonna fire off a Dark Pulse. See if it's enough to kill it. Oh, it doesn't. Rapid Spin though. Interesting. Even with Colossal being at max speed, +1 is not going to be outspeeding a Hydreigon, assuming a Hydreigon is timid max speed. Zweifox free to just fire off another Dark Pulse. That's gonna be the knockout on Colossal. So like I said before, Burrboy needs to bring in the Cinderace. If it is Choice Band, he kind of is stuck into going for High Jump Kick here, because we know that the U-turn's not going to kill bearing a crit. Cinderace comes out. Rocks are gone, so not anything to worry about there. He does know that Zweifox is packing the Protect though. So let's see, just go for the safe U-turn. No, he goes for High Jump Kick. Gonna lose half of his health just from that. Oof, that's rough. Now, Zweifox has the Aegislash, which is gonna go straight into. So, assuming that this Cinderace is Choice Banded, we're gonna be seeing it knocking itself out here. Yep. Wow. Zweifox able to knock out Cinderace without actually attacking it at all. Now, if Zweifox brings Hydreigon back out, there's not really anything that Burrboy can do about that. Gyarados coming in here. I have to assume that it's packing the Earthquake. Although Zweifox's team does have quite a few Levitators and Flyers, so it might not be that big of a deal. Corviknight comes out. More than likely physically defensive. Substitute, okay. So this will allow Burrboy to get off a Dragon Dance with the Gyarados. So if it's sub Dragon Dance, it's more than likely Waterfall and Power Whip. Although Power Whip wouldn't really be that big of a deal against Zweifox. Zweifox using the Corviknight to break the sub on the Gyarados. Probably gonna have to just keep clicking that to make sure that the Gyarados isn't able to set up another sub or anything like that. To be able to outspeed all of Zweifox's team, Burrboy will need the Dragon Dance the second time. It's gonna be a good boost for damage from that too. Brave Bird coming through. There's a hefty chunk to Gyarados. It will be able to live another one though, especially with leftovers recovery. Now we saw that the Corviknight is Rocky Helmet. I don't believe that Burrboy has seen that yet. He's about to right here. Nice chunk. Let's see if he's able to dodge the flinch. Does not. Alright, Brave Bird actually knocks out the Gyarados there. That might have to be a pretty high roll. But Corviknight did his job. Check that Gyarados. Appleton coming in. I believe this is Burrboy's last Mon. Brave Bird gonna be a big chunk to Appleton. Alright, see a little over half. Corviknight knocking itself out. Kind of odd going for Apple Acid there. I guess maybe predicting a switch, but no real reason for Zweifox to switch. Alright, Zweifox. I just need to get something to kill the Appleton here. If he can stop it from going for a recover or Leech Seed or something like that, then he can kind of start to dwindle it down. Zweifox opting to go for a Thunder Wave. Don't believe he has a taunt around the team, so. Oh, full para. That's a real bummer for Burrboy. It's looking kind of dreary. This guy is oh, and a trick. That's really rough. So he's stealing away the leftovers, giving him Eviolite. So cutting off that recovery just to ensure that Hydreigon or Aegislash will be able to come out and take him down. Rotom here can pretty much just be sack fodder, although it's not going to be able to do much damage to the Appleton. If Appleton has thick fat, it does have the resistance to fire, and it has a 4 times resistance to electric. So just going to go for a Volt Switch to get a little bit of damage and trade off. We're gonna Piloswine. No? A little torn on the options, but Aegislash coming out here. Alright, Appleton going for Draco. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, not gonna do any damage. Dropped his special attack. I dare say it's impossible for Burrboy to win from this point. But we'll watch it out just to see. Something interesting might happen. Aegislash goes with a Shadow Ball. Should do a big chunk to this guy. Leech Seed, not going to be enough to actually heal off. If he has Protect as a final move, then that could be good. We've seen Apple Acid, Leech Seed, and Draco Meteor. Possible other options are Protect or Recover, more than likely, just based on how he's playing. And he doesn't have the Protect, so Shadow Ball going to come through, knock out the Appleton, and that is going to be Zweifox going on as the only undefeated player in the draft. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and we'll catch you in the next vid.